Welcome to the future of metalworking, guys. Today I am unleashing a machine that completely changes the game, the xTool MetalFab. This single machine can do it all: welding, CNC laser cutting, engraving, and even laser cleaning. It arrived in this massive box, which is fully loaded with every accessory you need to get started. It even includes an official xTool air compressor and an air dryer, which are absolutely essential for getting those perfect laser cuts. The entire setup process takes a few hours to complete. Everything is very well documented, with a comprehensive instruction manual and dedicated video tutorials to guide you through every step. The machine weighs roughly 150 kilos. That's about 330 pounds. But despite the weight, it's actually incredibly easy to move around. Now that everything is perfectly in place, including the ventilation system, which is an absolute must for safety, we are finally ready to get to work. I didn't film this part, but on the first startup, we need to calibrate the laser and the cameras. Plus, run a quick vibration test to ensure we're getting absolute peak performance. After a few quick test cuts, it's time to dive into my first project, a custom pocket knife. I modeled it in SolidWorks, exported it as a DXF file, and simply dropped it into the xTool software. The software recognizes it instantly and automatically generates the perfect cutting path. First, I'm cutting 2 plates for the knife base, and it's unbelievable. The machine rips through them in under 30 seconds. I also need to cut the blade itself, and for that, I'm using 3 mm thick steel. After sharpening and bead blasting, the finish is absolutely stunning. I'm cutting the handle from 2 mm brass. One of the best things about this setup is that it supports over 10 different material types. The software tells you exactly how to adjust the focal point, and for this cut, I'm using the save gas nozzle, which significantly reduces oxygen consumption when working with thicker materials. The cut is still completely burr-free. The dimensions are spot on, and it requires very little post-processing before assembly. Instead of using screws, I've decided to use pins to secure the handle. This is a perfect way to demonstrate the machine's positional accuracy. It turned out even better than I expected, but to make it truly unique, I'm going to add a custom engraving to it. I have to calibrate the capacitive sensor for the perfect result. With the advanced AI camera system, I can engrave any part of the knife with sub-millimeter precision. You can do standard engraving, or you can use the score option, which only traces the outline. It's much faster than traditional engraving because the laser follows the path of the lines directly. The engraving quality is outstanding, and the overall fit of the knife is incredibly tight. Now, let's take a closer look at the different engraving options and how they actually compare. I'm setting up a standard engrave now, which gives you full control over all the micro adjustments. I'm cranking the lines per cm to the maximum for a much more detailed image, though it does make the process take a bit longer. Frequency and speed can greatly affect the engraving quality. If you're looking for professional results, it's worth optimizing these values, though the software automatically suggests the right parameters for your chosen material. It's as detailed as I imagined, and this is where you can really see why the frequency and lines per cm matter so much. For my next project, I'm cutting a wall clock with AI assistance. I simply described what I wanted, and the best part is, it automatically generated a cut-ready vector plan too. This is huge, because it literally means anything you can imagine, you can realize. You can preview the entire cut path in the software and see the step-by-step process. However, you need to watch out for falling parts, as they can cause a head collision. But don't worry, the machine won't damage itself. It'll just stop. You simply remove the stuck piece, and it will resume the cut exactly where it left off. Just to be safe, I've removed the supports. Some people say it's better to have them all the way across, but based on my experience, I decided this was the better way to go. Holding the finished product, it looks incredibly stylish. After a quick coat of black paint and assembly, it's ready to go on the wall. This is a fantastic business idea for anyone looking to create custom-designed clocks. It's fast, simple, and you can pick up the clock movements for just a few dollars. And here is my third project, a roller machine. Since there's been so much interest in this on my channel, I decided to build one using the laser cutter. However, getting the offset right is crucial here. No matter how thin the laser is, it has a kerf of about 0.2 millimeters that you have to account for. For the holes and interlocking parts, you must apply an offset to ensure a precision fit. The parts were cut in just 2 minutes. Now I need to bend the two outer elements, so I quickly rigged up a bending mold. Luckily, I had a steel pipe at home that perfectly matches the radius of the design. I'm also bending the reinforcements into shape, and then I'll fit them all together. And now, it's time for welding. With a few simple steps, I'll detach the laser head from the CNC, and from here on out, it can be used in handheld mode. This is the huge advantage of this machine, its versatility. After removing the cutting tip, I'll swap it for the welding tip. Then, I'll attach the wire feeder tube. It's very important to note that argon gas is absolutely essential for welding. This shielding gas protects the weld bead from oxidation. First, I'm going to do some tack welding. You can fine-tune this to a professional level, but since I'm not a pro welder myself, I'm just going to stick with the standard parameters. As I mentioned, I'm no welder, but I think the welds turned out pretty decent. Sorry if my technique isn't perfect, but I'm learning as I go. After a quick bead blast and a fresh coat of paint, here's the final look. It turned out pretty sick, right? Honestly, with a setup like this, the sky's the limit. You can knock out any custom project with zero effort. Back to the welding. I'm going to test the weld bead on a piece of stainless steel. This is what the wire feeder unit looks like. You can feed the wire forward or backward with just a push of a button. You can also do the exact same thing using the buttons on top of the laser gun itself. It's incredibly easy to weld with this. I don't even have to move my hand manually because the wire feeder pushes it at the perfect speed. This results in a very consistent and uniform weld. I'm welding two plates together to see just how solid this weld is. As you can see, we got perfect fusion. Now let's do a bend test to see how much stress it can actually handle. Another huge advantage is that there's no burn through and zero holes. The machine's parameters are absolutely spot on. You can see here that the metal bends, but the joint doesn't break. Clear proof of perfect fusion between the two plates. Now, I'm moving on to weld some aluminum. I'll be using the standard mode for this, but keep in mind that for thinner sheets, you can easily turn down the power so you don't burn through the material. Another great feature is pulse welding. Instead of a constant burn, the laser delivers power in rapid, high-energy bursts to keep the heat down. And now, let me show you another massive advantage of this machine: laser cleaning. With a simple swap of the tip, I just select the cleaning mode on the controller. For safety, it will only operate when there is direct contact with the material, which means you can't just accidentally fire the laser into thin air. This cleaning mode actually has a bigger brother. To use it, I first need to swap the lens for a wider one. By the way, this is the exact same process you use to access the protective lens to clean or replace it if it gets dirty or damaged during operation. This mode is pretty intense and definitely requires extra caution. The laser beam travels roughly half a meter to the surface, so you absolutely must make sure nobody's hands accidentally get in the way. To move it, you use this guide wheel. It lets you roll the head easily while also ensuring the surface contact stays engaged. This is absolutely mind-blowing. The rust instantly vanishes from the surface, and it even strips away concrete. Incredible. And finally, I want to show off the handheld laser cutting feature, and it is absolutely hardcore. This is literally like holding a real-life laser blaster or a lightsaber. Whatever gets in its path, it slices right through without hesitation. 1200 watts concentrated into a single focal point is no joke. It's a massive amount of energy, so you have to take safety extremely seriously. Personally, I prefer CNC cutting, but there are definitely situations where using it in handheld mode is absolutely necessary. A huge thank you to xTool for sponsoring this video. I'm incredibly grateful for their support. And thank you for watching. Let me know down in the comments what cool project ideas I should tackle next with this machine.